Sean and Ian, great to be back with you, and I am so excited about this this next part, Ian, because this is the partner pick, and we were just talking to Mike and Jennifer about getting out there for the first-timers or also the veterans and exchanging information, and their son is jumping in to an incredible unit, and I can't wait to talk about this.
Yes, yeah, this is a great pick. I think you guys did an excellent job. Very unique floor plan. They took, kind of a spin on what's normally an already good bunk model floor plan, made it a little bit better, added a little privacy, and something I've really been seeing that's very popular this week, it's a bath and a half floor plan.
The bath and a half floor plan. You guys want to tell everybody what your partner pick is? Mike, you want to do it?
Okay, this is a Heartland prowler, and it's just a shy under 37 feet long, and it, as you say, it has a bunk in the back that is great. Our son has two little kids, and they need that little room, that little cove, that little kid cave we call it, and but their living space is also just amazing, and we can start off with this awesome kitchen. Look at that! Look at the storage cabinets above it.
Yeah, the double sink. A big refrigerator with a nice size freezer.
The sink is really nice. That's, when you got little kids, you got one that you're washing, one that you're rinsing, and you have some separation there. And you know how much.
And like our daughter-in-law loves to cook.
Oh, and look at the room. Take a look at how much room there is to cook there. I mean, that's as much as many houses have. And this is in a towable. Look at,
and you've got the oven.
Yeah, there's an oven on this thing. I am amazed at the storage above all the cook area.
All right, let's take a look at that storage, too, because you saw the microwave up there, too. And here's where the storage comes into play. And even the little, cubby hole up there in the back. And the greatest thing about it is when a lot of people are in the kitchens, and Ian, I've seen you talk about this for several months now, and even years that I've watched you. You are a kitchen junkie, and I know how important kitchens are. Right, Jennifer?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and one of the things that I really like that you guys had mentioned, you talked about your son having little ones, and the way that the sink is laid out kind of on the end of the countertop, I actually really like that because, I like to have my 5-year-old help me cook too, and so with the sink right on the end or wash dishes, right, she can put her stool right there on the end, and she can, help wash, right, she can reach up over and start washing with the sink right there, and it's away from the cooktop and the oven, and so, she's going to be in a safe place, and so I think that's a great setup for little ones. I think that, it's perfect.
As you back up.
That is perfect because we have a granddaughter who's 6 and Joe loves to help.
I love it.
That's perfect. And Jennifer, you mentioned that, the washing and the rinsing, and we could have a little game in the beginning too. Mike, you were talking about that. And if we back up just a little bit, I want to see that refrigerator again, because I know when you talk about storage, and we do this a lot with these particular models, this is a big refrigerator, and there's plenty of room to put in those snacks for the kids as well.
That's the thing that it challenges most RVers. First, it starts with a beautiful, big, open refrigerator. Look at the storage in there. You can put your orange juice, your milk cartons. There's plenty of room for them. You've got room on the side. It's a deep refrigerator. You can put all of your condiments, and then above it is this gorgeous freezer. We take on ours like a lot of frozen food and a lot of veggies and stuff when you're camping and you're not someplace where you can get fresh ones. Look at all the stuff that you can put in that freezer.
That is absolutely great because especially with COVID, you like to take your food, whatever you can prepare at home that you can buy at home, whatever the kids like, if they're finicky eaters, whatever you can prepare and take from home is always good. And especially if you go really sometimes out west where things are a little harder to find.
Yeah, and if you like to get off the beaten path a little bit, this is so nice because you can do those make-ahead meals and you've got room to actually freeze them and carry them with you in there. So I think they're going to really like that refrigerator. It's a big refrigerator. It's easy to get to. And the upper level is the freezer. And I think that's where a freezer always should be. I see some where the freezer's low and it just doesn't, it just seems so awkward to me.
And you know, Mike, one of the other things too that I like is, you know, and that does provide a lot of cold storage there. But this unit in particular, you said one of the reasons you guys picked it was it just had a lot of storage overall. And as we'll see in a little bit, behind the kind of behind the entertainment center over to the side is kind of a large hidden storage area, you know, for maybe some of your dry foods and other items that you have. And I think that really kind of helps set this one apart from a lot of the other bunk models that are out there. It's just that huge pantry you get on the other side of that entertainment center.
Yeah, and that's the really cool thing also, Mike, when you look at it, you turn it around and all of a sudden you're like, storage space, I don't think, and Jennifer, we were talking about this earlier, about measuring things and deciding what you're going to take and really utilizing all of that. Look at that pantry. That's truly amazing.
Yep. And
always good to have a pantry.
One of the things I always like to talk about, and this is a perfect example, right, is that this is multi-use. You know, you can see that they put a hanging rod in there, which I like. So if you want to use this just to hang up jackets, you know, if you're doing some colder weather camping, it gives you the capability to do that. If you want to use it as, you know, just pantry for food, you can do that too. And I like that they didn't bring the shelves all the way to the front, simply because that way if you have like a broom or a mop, something like that, you still have enough space to put it in there.
And getting things out of the way in your RV when you're actually living in it, so you're not tripping over it, that is so good. And it also has a door that you could then secure if you wanted to make sure that your husband's not overeating and sneaking snacks. Well, you would if it was me in there. You'd be, get out of that pantry. But it's nice. It's out of the way. Everything is neat and clean, and that is awesome. And then there's oh my gosh, the entertainment center. That is an entertainment center in an RV. Can you believe that? Look at all this stuff. Look at this thing.
Yeah, and it's great placement really nice. Too. You know, it's right across from where you'll be sitting, you know, so you don't have to crane your neck back and forth. And that's, you know, kind of one of those things they've discovered over the last few years is that, especially when, you know, I think the residential trend, when it became really popular to put the TV above the fireplace, and people started, you know, doing this, you know, to watch TV, and they're like, well, that's just not very comfortable. And the same applies to an RV. So now, you know, it's a pretty straight shot, and I think they did a great job in this floor plan.
Well, it is. And one of the big things that our son and daughter-in-law really like is after you get the kids to bed, after you put the fire out or you've come inside, or if it's a rainy day, is being able to kick back and relax. They wanted lounge chairs. They really
comfy sofa.
And look at this. Look what they got in this prowler. These are really comfy. Doesn't that make you just want to like kick back right there? And that's that's great. And that's a great place to snuggle too with the little one in the morning when they first wake up, and you pop in the RV and you make your coffee and you sit with the little one, and they get to watch their cartoons on the entertainment center and
read them a book before
bed.
Look at that.
It's awesome. And right behind it, nice windows so you can see outside. You've got plenty of room. Yep. I love the open space here as you move down to the dinette area, where you can all gather for food, and it's right across from the kitchen, so nobody's far away. It's comfortable. There's room to spread out, and it's really, really a comfy little layout. And the floor plan gives you room. Kids can sprawl out on the floor if they want to.
Kids can bring a friend.
Yep.
They can bring a friend. Yeah,
exactly. Because that dinette drops down into a bed.
Yep.
The sofa's a bed.
This thing sleeps 10 if you really wanted to. If you wanted friends and relatives and the in-laws like us, it'll sleep 10 people.
And when you want either the guys an outing or the girls an outing, and combining families, you can get a lot of room for people and kids.
And let's face it, the weather always can be a challenge when you're camping someplace, and with room for 10, you can all have dinners in there. You can bring the whole family and all the friends, and the kids can have friends, and there's lots of room. Now we come to the part.
There we go. Yeah, we're sneaking back, and I know we walked away from the countertops and the kitchen area, but that seating area, it's all the little things that I love. That, you know, the frame of the windows, and there's plenty of light in there, and also that lamp, you know, the little things that the little, you know, side things that they put in those beautiful prowlers, and you go, that right there is gorgeous, and just a little flair that's not too over the top. And then you go back into that kids' room, and like you said, there's plenty of room there. And then what did you call it, Mike? You call it the escape
kids cub? Is that
kids
what it was?
The kids cave.
Kids cave. That's right.
Some people call them a bunkhouse, and it is. But First, look how big this mattress is up here, the upper one. And there's
Yeah.
a window right next to it, which is really nice.
You need the air.
The kids don't feel all confined in there. They get air. But look at the size of that bed.
And I'm going backwards a bit, but in the kitchen area, the shade, that's nice because you got the window and then you've got for the air. You can have some privacy, but yet leave it open for air.
Yeah.
And then there's a lower bed there, so there's lots of room. The kids.
That's a big bed.
Yeah, that is a really big bed. You don't feel like you're going to bump your head when a little kid stands up or sits up. You know, they're not going to hit their head on the lower level.
And the neat thing about those too is that they have a 300-pound weight capacity on it. So if an adult wants to sleep there, you know, if you guys you know, are driving by and you need a place to sleep, the kids can sleep on the sofa and the dinette, and you got beds right there.
Yeah, with so much room in that prowler, you really can invite friends to stay over, and that is really nice. People will come and visit you while you're camping, and you would spend the night. And look at the room that you've got that you can use. But for kids, having that little bunk area, that kid cave is what I call it.
I love it.
That was a must for our son Jeff and daughter-in-law Amy for their two kids. And it's a neat little area for the kids to feel secure.
Actually, I think our dog Bo came in to look at that lower bunk.
Yeah, our dog Bo, he thinks that's pretty good for him.
He's thinking that bed looks pretty comfortable for him.
Yeah. Well, they have a dog. They have Rex. And I bet Rex is going to be up there too. So that's pretty nice.
And it goes back to also the lighting in there. There's plenty of windows, like you said, up above. You don't feel like you're in a confined space. You've also got the light right there in front, so you don't have to worry about that. Though I just love the sleekness of the windows.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's really important. And Jennifer, like you were saying, when you have those kind of shades where you can just bring it down and adjust it a little bit, that's the kind of stuff that makes a big difference. It may be a little thing to somebody, like, the shades don't really matter, but it does to a lot of people, especially if you have kids or you just need a little bit of a breeze to get in there. It really makes it nice.
Yep.
The sun is bright, and you just need a little bit of shade.
Now, here's something about this prowler that I think, and Ian, you mentioned earlier that this was a trend that you're seeing as well in other units, but a bath and a half.
Yes.
Now, the kids, they can make such a mess, and they're going to get the bath. Maybe we take a look at that bath first. You know that's theirs, but it can be pretty messy when you go in there. So we'll come to the half bath in a minute, but look at this bathroom for the kids. There is lots of room here. There's the toilet, and there's the sink, and you know, I think one of the things that you just can't do is get the kids clean enough when you're camping.
That's the truth.
Have a break.
Yeah. So with that comes how much mess they make in the bath, but there is a lot of room right here.
And I'm thinking even like that potty training, having a half bath, so if somebody's got a potty train, it to be there.
Yeah.
And one of the other things too I like about this back area, and it's kind of tough to see on video, but that the rear bunks as well as the bathroom, there is a door creating privacy, right? A lot of times when you have the rear corner bunk setup, it's just completely open. But in this particular model, there is a door there to close all of that off. So, you know, if the kids need to go to bed and you want to stay up a little bit later, you are able to close the door so they can sleep and you can do your thing. And that, like I said, that's pretty rare in that style floor plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is an excellent feature.
Well, let's take a look at the other bath because since we're talking about it, I mean, what a convenience it is to have a bath and a half.
Hey, Mike,
and,
while we're on the way to the bathroom, I want to show you, I want to tell you a little bit of something because we're gonna talk a little bit more about this and we're going to see a lot more of this incredible unit. But because it is a partner pick and because you guys did this something very special for your son, we have a deal on this particular style and this particular model, and this is not going to last very long, is it, Ian?
Nope. It only lasts until midnight tonight.
All right.
And so you want to make sure that you take advantage of the amazing price because Mike and Jennifer picked this unit.
It starts at about $29,000.
That is correct.
And it goes a little bit higher, but the original price for this unit, $31,000.
Yes, we took $2,000 off because Mike and Jennifer had selected this unit as the partner pick, and that's a huge discount.
When you look at what this unit is all about and what we've shown you just a little bit of, just the kitchen alone, just the kids, you know, the kids cub, That's what you called it. The bathroom, the storage area, the entertainment center, the lounging area, and now look at what we're seeing here. Fitz, thank you for this. This picture of the full bathroom, Mike, take it away.
Now this is for mom and dad. This is right next to their room, and I mean it's good. Look at there's the shower. You see the shower? It's a dry shower. So you don't have to worry about it spraying some of the other units all over the rest of the stuff in the bathroom. It's got a skylight, which is really handy to have. There's the wand, and I believe the wand has a little button that you can stop. So if you want to conserve your water, you don't have to have it all on at the same time. Constantly turning it on and off at the hose and getting it unadjusted. If you turn it off with the wand up there, it's adjusted the way you want it. So you have a nice shower, and then you've got your regular facility. You've got the wash basin, and you've got the toilet. But here's one for mom and dad. It's right off their bathroom as well, which is really off their bedroom. I'm sorry, the bathroom is right off their bedroom.
Yes,
and that is so nice, and it's like an ensuite in a trailer in a towable.
And I love that you bring up the skylight too, Mike, because as a 6 foot tall guy, I generally don't have too much of a problem, but a lot of the family on my wife's side is a little bit taller. We'll go to family events, and I feel like I'm a dwarf here at 6 foot tall. But the nice thing about it is having that skylight does add some extra head space as well. So if you're a little bit taller person, you can still shower in there. Plus, it of course lets in the lot of light in there too.
Yeah, I love that, especially during the day. And then of course, we talked about storage area, and as every time we see a different camera angle, all I'm looking at is a cabinet with more storage, or underneath storage, or look on the other side, we just passed more storage. And I hope you caught that in the kids' bathroom in the back as well.
Yep.
There were plenty of shelves in there with lots of storage too. I'm a storage junkie there, Jennifer.
Can't have too much storage.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the bedroom. At the other end of the prowler, so you got some separation from the kids, and this is really nice. This is such a comfortable bed with lots of room, and there is the window, so you've got some great air coming in and airflow, which is really important in an RV. You want to make sure you've got lots of windows and air and light. And it's hard to see on our little screen here just how luxurious this bedroom really is. But it's got a nice, see the headboard for this thing? It's very, very nice. And there's storage on the side again for mom and dad. For all your clothes, your hang-up stuff, you've got lots and lots of room. And that mattress is very comfortable. So you've got room for mom and dad at the front, with their own bathroom right next to it. The kids are at the other end.
I bet there's some kids in that bed.
I bet there's some kids, and I bet the dog's in the bed too, knowing Jeff and Amy and the kids. But,
of course.
Yeah, it's a family operation, but you can have your own space, and that's important too. When you're out there in the wilderness, to come back at night, you got a comfy bed that everybody can kind of curl up in.
You got some lights for reading.
Put the kids to sleep. Carry them back to the bunk in the back, the kid cave, and then you got your own spot and you got your lounge chairs. But lots of storage here. We could open every one and show everybody how much room there is for clothes and things.
And it's tough to see, but at the foot of the bed, there is another wardrobe. So there you have wardrobe on either side of the bed, plus, kind of on the wall there at the foot. Like I said, it's tough to see that. You could see the doors open kind of by the window, the other side there, but there is another wardrobe there.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. And you brought up I want to ask you this question, because I'm sure there's some people that are watching right now that are followers of yours. You have millions of followers, and I don't know if you've answered this question, but does Bo sleep with you guys in the big bed? Because I know you guys love it, right?
No.
He would love to. Often he does jump up.
He jumps up, but
he tries.
He hogs all the covers, and it's tough. Here's something to show you that, by the way, it's really nice about this bed.
Yes.
I don't know if we can tilt down a little bit, and you can see there's room on both sides. So you get off on the left side there. You've got enough room, enough little space that you can just get off on the left.
Get out of bed. You don't have to do the scooch.
And then if you go all the way to the other end, look at that end there. You can come around that way. we call that a huge plus in an RV. Explain the scooch, Jennifer.
All right. When you get in a Class B, often it has a sofa bed. So you make up the sofa bed. So when you have to get up, you got to scooch.
You got to do the scooch. You can't get off on the sides. You got to scooch to the end. This is what's nice about having room in a towable like this.
Or often the bed's next to the wall, then you got the over.
You got to climb over somebody else.
You got to take turns who gets the edge.
Yep. So lots of room there. That is a very handy thing.
I'm glad you brought that up, Jennifer, because you don't really think about that. And I've toured a lot of these amazing vehicles where I go, well, I never really considered you have to do a scooch to get out of bed, because you don't have enough room on the side, but it makes perfect sense.
And then you get up in the morning, you head over back to this kitchen, and you got your coffee pot over there. You got all of that storage for your cups, your plates, your utensils.
You can shut the door.
Shut the privacy and
shut the door for the kids. Shut the door for
the sleeping princess that you leave behind in the bedroom when you get up early. Yeah, and if you're lucky, the kids are still asleep. You get to make your coffee. Check your email. Turn on the TV and get some cuddle time with the kids. Now we get to go outside and take a look at it.
Yeah, here's the good news. We're going to go outside, and Ian, I know this is like, I always see Ian get a little more excited when we get outside, and you get to crawl in and get into the crawl space and see how much room this Prowler actually has on the outside and some of the features that we have for you. And we'll start over here on the left.
Yeah, so this is always a big one for me, as an outside kitchen.
Yes.
And I tell people this all the time, right? Like, I, for one, I love bacon. I love the smell of bacon when it's cooking. 4 hours later, I don't still want it in my camper. So I like to cook it outside.
That's a good point. Very good point.
And so, so for me...
Last time we cooked bacon, Ian, the smoke detector went off. So
see?
We said, no more. We cook it outside from now on.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and I love that. And having the beverage fridge out there, a little fridge, super convenient. If the kids can put juice boxes, soda, water. For me, I might put a little something out there, for myself too. But, it's super convenient, easy to get to.
That's why I like to visit you, Ian, because I know I know what you got in there. I'm coming over. That outside kitchen, that's kind of a must now. I think when you're looking at any kind of an RV that's a towable, is you're not tracking dirt, you're not tracking mud into the RV, and kids, they're running in and out, they've been jumping in water. If they need to get something out of the refrigerator, get it right outside the little fridge that's out there on the outside kitchen.
You truly can experience the outdoors.
Yeah, and if you're out hanging out at the campfire, you don't have to go in. Somebody's asleep. Sleeping. You don't wake them. You get to be able to use that right there.
Yep.
I love that. Sometimes, my wife will say, take those clothes and get them outside because we're around the campfire.
Yep.
And, you smell like a campfire, and you don't want that inside, and you want to smell it all night. I did that a couple of weeks ago, and I had the clothes off, and she walked into the laundry room, and she thought something was burning in the house. It still smelled like a campfire.
This unit is almost 37 feet long, and the outside storage is really pretty important too. And Ian, I know you know this unit pretty well, but that outside storage is where you keep all of your toys and your lawn chairs and your lounge chairs.
And one slide.
And one slide. That's only one slide on this unit.
Yeah, and
that's nice too.
I like the fact that it's on the off-camp side, right? So that way it reserves that campsite if you have, pull into a campsite where there's like a patio or a deck, or the fire pit's a little bit closer to the unit. It preserves that campsite. You don't have the slide protruding into it, and you get the full awning coverage all the way across.
Yeah.
That's a really good point, because when the slide is on the same as the campsite, I guarantee you're going to bump your head. You're going to walk into it, and you're going to go boom right into this thing. You're going to walk into that slide. So bumping your head on the slide that's on the campsite is a guarantee. When it's on the other side, not so much.
Right.
So that's just good design, good basic design on that Prowler.
We saw the electric hitch there, one of those must-haves, and also don't forget that surge protector you were talking about earlier, Mike. And this is the unit that I think is amazing that's going to be for your son and your family and is it your daughter-in-law? I guess, so it would be your daughter-in-law, I guess.
Our daughter-in-law,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Figure it out,
Jeff and
Sean.
Amy, and 2 grandkids and a dog. And us, whenever we decide that we don't want to camp in our RV, we'll just go spend some time with them.
And the best news of all is, for this show, we're doing this.
Yep.
We're taking a couple of $1,000s off this unit right now. It's discounted $2,000 off. How do they get that discount, Ian?
All you have to do is text the word DEALS, DEALS, to 46642. But remember, Sean, as we said earlier, that runs out midnight tonight.
All right, that's happening. Listen, we're going to let you guys get out on the road because you have been waiting with us long enough. You're so wonderful to bless us with your time. Be safe on the road, and we can't wait to see you again. Mike, Jennifer, we appreciate you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ian. Thank you, Sean. God bless you all.
Happy trails.
Demand for RVs is at historic levels, which is why we are working around the clock to bring you over 80,000 factory fresh RVs. That's the largest selection of RVs in the world. Fresh from the factory to our stores to your driveway or campsite. RVs are made by Americans for Americans. And now you can see America for less. Shop over 80,000 factory fresh RVs, starting at just $5 a day. Click, call, or visit your local Camping World or Gander RV and Outdoors today.
Man, I love that Prowler. What a great pick. Thank you again, Mike and Jen. And as you know, with any partner pick, not only do we have discount on an RV, but we also get discount on a retail product. And to no surprise, as we saw earlier, Mike and Jennifer were explaining the importance of RV power and protecting that RV power. And so the unit they picked is a surge protector. And folks, if you don't have one now, this is definitely a great time to pick one up. Why, you ask? Because, of course, you can get up to 15% off. And remember, these picks only last until midnight, so you want to make sure you take advantage of that. The particular unit we are looking at is the 30 amp right here. This one is the EMS system, and it is phenomenal. Not only is it easy to hook up, easy to carry around, but also it has a digital readout. And it will tell you your amperage, your voltage, if it's going to be low or high. And that's important when you plug in. You go to a lot of different campsites, and so there's a lot of beautiful campsites out there. However, unfortunately, the electric power grid on them doesn't get upgraded very often. It's a very expensive thing to do. They've been around 30, 40 years, and that's great. But when it starts to get overloaded, nowadays we have 2, 3 AC units on RVs, and that never used to happen. So that's why you pick up something like this. And so, as I said, this one is for a 30 amp. There are 50 amp ones available too. You can also get them without the digital readout if you're looking for something a little bit less. But if you want to take advantage of the amazing deal that we have, this is going to be the one. It is that 30 amp. And all that you have to do is just text the word DEALS to 46642, and that will get you that pricing. So again, the customer pick from Mike and Jen Wendland is this guy right here, the 30 amp surge protector. It's an essential item, a necessary item. You might as well go ahead, get your discount on it now, and get out there and start seeing the U.S. the safest way possible.
Travel with peace of mind. Good Sam Roadside Assistance covers your cars, RVs, motorcycles, and all eligible family members. Unlike the competition, we offer unlimited distance towing, free roadside tire delivery, and coverage in all of North America. It's no wonder top consumer reviews ranked us #1. With plans as low as $5.50 a month, you can't afford to get stuck without it.
What a day this has been. We're getting ready to wrap up week 2, day 2, with these two amazing couples. Of course, I'm talking about us, the Remingtons, the Jergies. I'm Sean Parr. And before we go any further, we thought we would give away an ultimate giveaway. I love that. So what do you guys got for us?
That's right. Before you do anything, make sure you're registered. Text URVS to 46642. We got another giveaway. Tiff, what are we giving away?
We are giving away a Coleman Power Sports UT250. Can I have a little drum roll?
Oh, drum roll.
Vicki Williams, congratulations. You better come get it before my husband does. Congratulations, Vicki Williams. We're so excited for you.
This is such a big deal, but we're not done. I mean, seriously, we've got tomorrow. We are kicking things off at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And that'll be day number 3 before we head off to Florida next week. And you guys got, this is the Jergies, by the way, you guys got something really cool planned.
We do. Not only after you sign up URVS for all registered and get all those giveaways, but we are also hiding actual treasures throughout the nation. Nelly and I are throughout this whole national tour. So make sure you're following us on Instagram at the Jergies. That's go ahead, just sign it. JURGYS.
Wow.
Because we're hiding a treasure this weekend.
Yeah, and the treasure will be good for $500 to Camping World. So check out our Instagram for the clues and hints. And
First one to get it.
woohoo! First one.
A $500 giveaway, part of our over $250,000 in giveaways for the national tours. We continue the Ultimate RV Show. This tour has been so much fun.
So much fun.
Are you guys ready to do this?
We're doing it.
Let's wrap up day number 2, week number 2, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Have a great rest of your night.